Welcome to another video, and today I'll be doing my power rankings, as you can see on the screen, and I'll explain all the rankings. So I'll go from bottom to worst. So the worst will be close to the right. So the worst team, I'm gonna edit these a little bit. The first team is the Patriots. I think they're the worst team in the NFL because they're not even starting their Drake May, and Jacoby Brissett isn't great. But not even that. The offense has basically no talent. Hunter Henry's good. That's it. The O line might be the worst in the league. Their defense, they lost Matthew Judon, so all they have is Christian Gonzalez and Kyle Duggar, really. So that defense is terrible too. So they're the worst by far in the league. Then we have the Panthers are the second worst because that defense is terrible. They got rid of all their edge rushers. So it's bad. Their defensive tackles are good. That's really it with the Panthers. The quarterback Bryce Young, obviously. The receivers got better. The O line got better. So the offense should be better than what they were last year. But they're probably gonna have like close to first overall pick again. And then I probably could say the Broncos better than the Saints. But now the Saints like the third worst team because they're old. The whole team's old. Tyrann Mathieu's old. Derek Carr's old. Alvin Kamara's old, but he's still alright. Chris Olave's good. He's young. He's talented. And the Saints O-line isn't great. So I think I'll put them third for the power rankings for the worst. So 20. I guess they'd be 20 or 30th. They'd be 30th in the rankings. And now the 29th team, the Broncos. They're just like not insanely great. They're fine. They're the Broncos. I mean, they have Bo Nix. They were already short $40 million because they had to cut Russell Wilson this offseason. Their offense, they have Cortland Sutton. That's really it. The tight ends, I don't even know. I think they have Adam Trotman, I think his name is. And the O-line is fine. It's good. It's alright. And that defense, they lost Justin Simmons, so they don't really have a safety. They have Pat Surtain, but that's it. And now I'll put as the 28th team Washington. And I have it like that because Washington they just don't have much talent other than Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. The offensive line isn't great. They only have Terry McLaurin. The other receivers are bad. Jaden Daniels I don't think will be good out the gate. The tight end I don't even Zach Archer's like 35. Uh that defense, they have a good defensive tackles. Their corners are terrible. Their edge rushers are terrible. And the linebackers are good. Okay. So I just don't think they have enough talent. And now I'm gonna change this because I don't think the Bears are this bad. I think next team would be the honestly, that was 28. The Raiders are probably 27. Cause their quarterback is probably the worst in the league. Their Gordon Minshew is great. And he's not even that young. So he doesn't have potential, and Aiden O'Connell isn't good. Maybe eventually. Their offensive line got worse, but it's still alright. They lost their line coach, so I don't love them. I don't love the O line. Brock Bowers is good. See, and they have Devontae Adams, but defense is getting better. I think next year they could be good, but this year I don't know. They're probably like I said, 28th team. Now the next team. See, I fucked this shit up. I probably put after the recent injury, probably have the Vikings 27. Because I think Sam Darnold just isn't great, but Justin Jefferson's really good. Jordan Addison's really good. The O line is okay. They have Christian Dawes, so that's always good to have a good tackle. The tight end's really good. Honestly, never mind. The Cardinal, they're 26th, 25th. let me edit some of this. Yeah, this is probably how I have it. So there's a lot of jumping around. My fault. The next team, the 20, 31, 30, 29, 28. The 26 team is the Cardinals because their defense isn't good at all. Their offense is really good. I think they could have like a top 15 offense, maybe top 10, but their defense could be the worst in the league. So I just don't know how much success they'll have. Marvin Harrison will be good, and Kyle Moore will be good, and Buda Baker's always a good safety, but that's really it. Now the Bucks. I'm at the 25th team in the NFL. They have Baker Mayfield, who's okay quarterback. He won't hurt the team. Last year they made the playoffs, I know, but I just think they didn't get better. They probably got worse by trading Carlton Davis. The defensive line is good with Vita Veda and the guy they drafted last year. I like that. So Mike Evans is old and Chris Godwin's old, so I think they regress. Mike Evans could still get 1,000 yards, maybe. In the O-line, they have Tristan Wirfs, but the rest is just probably not going to be great. And so I have them at 25th. And the defense is okay. That was. The Vikings, their defense isn't great. They have an edge rusher in Dallas Turner, who I think is okay. So they're probably the 24th team because of Sam Darnold. I just think he's not good. It's hard to put them over the tight ends when I think Will Levis is better than Sam Darnold, but they have so much talent. It's still a hard team to rank. But yeah, I'm 24 because Justin Jefferson can only be effective if Sam Darnold is effective. So yeah, but I do like their offensive talent other than Sam Darnold, and their defense needs some work. Now the Titans. This might be higher than me, but I'm 23rd. I think they're going to be pretty good next season. I would think they'd be good. They have a good middle linebacker. I don't know. I don't think they have a lot of wins, but that's just because they're in the AFC. They added a bunch of people with Tyler Boyd. Their receivers is old. They're old, so I don't. They'll probably be good for like 1 year, some of them, but I do like them. And that defense looks crazy. And I think Will Levis have a good year, so I have them at 23. Now the Bears, 22nd. People have them higher than this. I don't know how you would have them any higher than this. This is pretty high. I'm doing this based off because I think Caleb's going to be good. I think they'll be overall a good team. So I have them at 22nd. Now, and then Caleb, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. They just have so much talent they just added this year. Keenan Allen, if I didn't say that, DJ Moore. Now, in 21, I'll probably have the Colts at 21. Because AR, we just don't know what Anthony Richardson's going to be. They'll probably be a lot better than this if AR is good. But we just don't know yet. Their O-line's good. The receiving core is okay. Michael Pittman's really good. They could be good. I kind of like their offense. And that defense is okay. It's pretty good. So I have them at 21st. Now, I'll probably move the Rams are probably the 20th best team. Because I just think Aaron Donald is such a big factor where I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll be okay. So I think they'll miss the playoffs. But I do like Matthew Stafford, but I think you get hurt. Cooper Kupp's good old, like Matthew Stafford's old, but Puka Nacua is really good. Tyron Williams is really good. And then they improved that offensive line. I think that offense could be maybe top 15. If Memphis was healthy, they could be top 5. So, but the defense I just think will be terrible. The corners are good. The D line, I think it'll be so much worse because Aaron Donald has been carrying that for like 10 years. The linebackers are bad. The edge rushers are young. So I just don't think that defense will be great. Now, 19th will be the Chargers. Honestly, change something. I think the 19th team is the New York Football Giants. This is probably 10 spots higher than most people have them. But I just think Daniel Jones. I think 2022 happened. I don't think it's a make believe season like some idiots think. It never happened. And I think they made the playoffs then. Why can't they do it with more talent? The only position they got worse is running back, but a running game hasn't been good with him. So I don't know how much that will affect it. It will affect the defense, but I think Malik Neighbors will be good instantly, and a great receiver is more important than a great running back. So I think that offense will be run solely because of Malik Neighbors, and then Theo Johnson's a good tight end. He's explosive, and if Malik Neighbors is great, then Darius Slayton can be a good number 2. He'd be better because he's a number 2 now. Then Wanda Robinson, I think, will be a good number 3. And if Jalen Hyde can develop, he can be one of the best deep threats in the NFL. But by purely just a deep threat, though. But their O-line got so much better. Their O-line coach got a lot better. So I have them at 19. And that defense got so much better. Now the Jags. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I think their receiver, their receivers are okay. So I think they're 18th. And the only reason why I only think they're 18th is because I don't like the coaching. Their defense is okay. And the offensive line, they still have to improve. Now the Chargers. Justin Herbert, great, but they don't have much receivers. So that's why I have them at 18. I'm at 18. And the defense is old, not great. And then that was 17. Now 16 I have the Seahawks. I think their receivers are great. Running game is great. The running back's great, not the running game. The O-line sucks. The defense should be better. So I think they're like the 16th best team in the NFL. Now, I have the Steelers at 15. Because I think the Steelers, they have a terrible quarterback, but everything else is good. That defense and those receivers and the running backs are okay. So I have them at 17. I have them at 15, my fault. '15th, if I didn't say it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The Cowboys are the 14th. Some people might not like this. I just don't think their O-line's that good. Their receiver room, other than CeeDee Lamb, is ass. Well, is butt. And CeeDee Lamb, I don't think will be good the first few weeks of the season. And that defense, I think, will be like a little bit worse because of the worse coaching. So that's why I only have them 14th. And I have the Jets at I'm probably gonna switch it like this. I have the Packers at 13th because they're young. Jordan Love, he will probably develop. I don't know right now how good he is, so I only have him at 13th. Most people have him higher. And that defense is basically the same team last year. They should get better, but I think they could be a playoff team. Now the Browns. The Browns are the same team as last year. Just they got Jerry Jeudy. and I think they're really good. If Deshaun Watson can be like great, then they can win a Super Bowl, but we can't predict that, so I have them at 12th. Now the Jets are the 11th. I have them at the 11th best team. You might have them higher. I just think they might get injured, and that's a high chance. And I'm not just gonna assume they're not going to because they have. That defense is good. Aaron Rodgers is old, so I have them at 11th. Now the Falcons, I have them at 10th because I just love Kirk Cousins. I love how much better they got. I love everything about the Falcons. I love the additions they had, so I have them at 11th. Now the Bills are 10th team. People think they'll be worse than this. It's just Josh Allen is too good to not make the playoffs. And the receivers aren't great, but James Cook is one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. So he'll basically be the number one receiver. And their tight ends, Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, are great. Tom Brady always threw his tight ends. It's like that offense. And the defense, they have a defense coordinator at head coach. The defense will be fine. Maybe not as good as it was last year. Maybe just after the top 10, but it should be good. Now the Texans, they're young. C.J. Stroud, they got Diggs. They just got so much better. Daniel Hunter, they got Joe Mixon, who probably regressed a little bit because he's an old running back, but just should be better than last year. A little bit. I just think that the Texans are a good team and they should make the playoffs. They were 8th. Now the Eagles, I have them at the 7th best team. I don't think they'll be. I just have to put them this high because their offensive talent is crazy. AJ Brown, but I don't have them higher than this because I just hate the coach. The defense should be better, even though I don't know how much better. It might be the same because the corners it might get worse. CJ Gardner Johnson was a good pickup. The O line's worse, so I'm the 7th best team. Now the Dolphins are the 6th best team. Love Tyreek Hill. Tua's okay, so they're a playoff team, but I don't know if they'll win the Super Bowl. But they're a good team. Now the Bengals, I have them at 5th. People might say this is too high. Joe Burrow is the 2nd best quarterback in the league, so I think him and he still has all of his receivers. The running game is okay, so I think they are the 5th best team in the NFL, and they could make a Super Bowl and maybe win it with Joe Burrow. And the defense is okay. Got a little bit worse. Now the Ravens, the defense got a lot worse, but their offense is so good with Derrick Henry. Their run game will be the best run game in the league. So I think they'll be good. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, the 3rd best team in the NFL, in my opinion. And I have it like this because I love the CMC. I love all their talent. Brock Purdy, I don't know how good he is, but he's good enough to make a Super Bowl with them. So I think the Niners got worse, but they keep most of their guys. Their defense got worse. So I still think they're the 3rd best team. And the only reason why they're not the 2nd like they were last year was because the Lions got DJ Reader, who makes them so much better. They got better corners. So the Lions are basically the same team as they were last year on offense, but their defense got 10 times better. So I think they're the 2nd best team in the NFL. And there's no need to explain why the Chiefs are Super Bowl favorites. I don't even need to explain it, but I will. The Chiefs are Super Bowl favorites because they won it last year. I think they're a really good team. And I think they'll win it again this year for the 3-peat. And I like the Chiefs a lot. So I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. They're number 1 in my power rankings. Thank you for watching for my first video. This is